Hello, everyone. Welcome to Claret and Booze. Right, sorry I'm late. For those of you who don't know, I do a watch along now, or I did do a watch along today. I finished connecting to that fucking software, and then for whatever reason, I jumped software, come over here, and to add to all the other fucking stresses that I've currently got after watching that 90 minutes of shit, nothing works on the new software. So I hope you can hear me all right. Anyway, I want to address something because I could see some stuff developing before I came live. This prick. Yeah, you, Scott Sanderson, deluded freaks thinking we are some massive club. He stabilised us and won us a trophy. Hang on, 1 minute. Why is that fucking... I can hear myself saying. Deluded freaks thinking we're some massive club. He stabilised us and won a trophy, and you handed out, you absolute scumbags. Fuck off. Fuck off. Just because Lopetegui's shit doesn't mean that Moyes weren't shit and Moyes still is shit. He didn't get a new contract because he's shit. So fuck off. The fact that Lopetegui's shit don't mean we should have stuck with Moyes. When they say be careful what you wish for, not one West Ham fan wished for this fucker. Not one West Ham fan voted for this fucker. There was a petition. No Lopetegui. I fucking voted for it. No one wished for Lopetegui. Not one person. Let's just get that straight. And you, Scott Sanderson, I've never fucking even seen you in here before. So when you are unblocked, Louis, fuck him off, prick. Anyway, on with the game. Fucking, honestly. And look, I am going to be sorry, mate. Please, can we have no panic after 5 games? What the fuck did you just watch? What did you just watch? Seriously. Seriously, what did you watch? I don't know. You know, I was full of excitement going into this one because he's finally changed the team around. Yet we're still, the game plan is hoofing fucking long balls. Getting the ball between either Dinos and fucking or Kilman, trying to look for that long fucking diagonal constantly. We can't play football. He's playing this. I tell you what, this style of football that we're playing, I can't even explain it. We've conceded the most chances in the Premier League. We're creating almost the least. We're creating almost the least chances. Yes. Oh, that's fine. That's fine. Jill, I'm streaming. She's ruining my flow. We're creating the least chances. And look, listen, I'm not being funny. What is this style of football? Playing this stupid fucking high line with no real pressing going on. So you're allowing the opposition to settle, pass straight through the middle of your team and just have a fucking field day with through balls to pass. What even is that? I'll tell you what it is. It's high risk, no fucking reward. High risk, no reward football. That is what we're playing. And the players were shit. They were all shit, apart from Kudus and Somerville. And do you know what? I thought Paqueta had a better game today. Still lets the ball slip every now and then. But I thought our forward line, Bowen aside, who I thought was shit, looked all right. In terms of when we got the ball forward in the right positions, I thought we looked okay. And you could tell that Lopetegui was forced to change that fucking team, couldn't you? You could tell that he'll never make a quicker sub in his life. He will never make a quicker substitution in his fucking life. He could not wait to get Thomas Souček on that pitch. He couldn't wait for it. 35 minutes. He brought him on. I'm not blaming Souček, by the way, here. But 35 minutes, that was a message to whoever's put pressure on him this week to pick the right players and put them in the right positions, because you know there's been pressure. There's been media pressure from the club fucking on Lopetegui. Well, do you know what? He can't manage or coach this team. Seriously, some of the substitutions, it was depressing. The goals that we conceded, the second one in particular, started with Bowen high up the pitch. Just standing there watching, then pass the ball between themselves in little triangles. No effort whatsoever. Then they moved it beyond him. And then the rest of the team just fucking stood there watching as a lazy training ground goal from Chelsea. Good goal, but we weren't pressuring them. And then the same fucking thing. Slipped the ball through, he's gone. Where the fuck was Wan-Bissaka? This is the thing as well. I don't blame Wan-Bissaka, but what the hell? The way we were set up there, how was that ever going to work? How many times did they need to expose the gaps that Wan-Bissaka was leaving before we did anything about it? And I don't think we ever did do anything about it. He stands there, red fucking face. I'll tell you what, I'll show him a red face. He stands there, red face, angry. What's going on? I'll tell you what's going on. You ain't got a fucking clue, mate. You ain't got a fucking clue. That was rubbish, and I don't want to hear all this, if we'd have got the penalty, it was a different game, fine margins. Fuck off, they could have had 8 goals. They should have and all. The fucking Felix should have scored 2 when he come on. Palmer missed from 12 yards, which he never does, on his left foot. There was loads of opportunities. We got fucking battered by a Chelsea team that tackled us as if we were playing... That was easy. I don't think they got out of second gear. That was like training ground goals that they were scoring. And you're going to have people blaming Areola and this... Fuck it. He stopped two or three certain goals. There weren't no good performances there. But I thought Wan-Bissaka was shocking because he was played completely out of fucking position. So I don't blame him entirely. Dinos was shit again. I mean, he was shit again. He was. Kilman was shit. I'm sorry, he was shit. Alvarez, when he kept on dropping back, and that's the other thing as well. What are we doing with Alvarez? Why does he keep on disappearing back between the centre-backs? You had Alvarez dropping back, showing Kilman how to defend. When Madueke was fucking turning Kilman inside out because he can't stand no one running at him. Alvarez just comes through, smash, fucking get rid of it. That's how you defend. Somerville, I thought, played well. But Rodriguez, I've said this before, I do think it was too early for him to be hooked, by the way. I don't like playing with 2 CDMs, but the man is a passenger. He's a passenger. I like him. I think he's a good player to have in the squad, but not starting. Not starting, for fuck's sake. He's too slow, and he's not dynamic enough. That was poor. I don't even want to analyse that fucking game. I don't want to analyse it. It was shit. We looked shit. Do you know what the scary thing was there? The realisation hit watching that game. We're shit. Take Kudus out of that team, or Kudus and Paqueta. Take those 2 out of that team. Well, we saw it, didn't we? We saw Paqueta come out for fucking Irving. The subs. We ended up finishing the game how he likes to start it. It was fucking weird. It was so weird. Trying to protect a 3-0 defeat. Who does that sound like? And that was against a Chelsea team that in the last 30 minutes weren't even bothering. They was just sat there knocking the ball about. They'd won the game. If you weren't going to score against them then, when was you going to fucking score? So we couldn't even score against them at that point when they was on the beach. Honestly, it is fucking horrendous. It's horrendous. I don't know where I stand now. I don't know where I stand. I'm not Lopetegui in. I'm not going to say Lopetegui out now. I'm not. But if he got sacked tomorrow, would I be bothered? No, I fucking wouldn't. I really wouldn't. I'm worried. That team don't seem to be playing for him. Now, you can have a go. You can have a go at the manager all you want. You can. You can have a go at him. What we got here? You can have a go at the manager or the players all you want for not putting in the effort for the manager. But it's down to the manager to get to grips with them, relate to them, get hold of them, inspire them. That's his job. That's what he's paid to do. It doesn't look like it's working. They ain't running through brick walls for him. We're a shit team. And his tactics are awful. We've conceded, before this game, we'd conceded the second highest amount of shots on our goal. So a hiding's been coming. We was going to come up against a team that was going to convert their chances eventually. And we've created the second least amount of chances. Like I said to you earlier on in the show, it's high risk, fuck all reward. It is so weird, the style of play that we're trying to deploy with the players that we've got. He ain't managing Wolves now. We've got better fucking players. Why are we bypassing midfield with diagonals? Why are we doing that? It's still long ball. It's just going it's just going diagonally across the pitch rather than down the fucking middle. It's still long ball. Build up. Honestly, it is shit. Trodge is right. A relegation fight awaits us. We're one of the worst teams in that division because that's the key word here. Team. There isn't a team there. And everyone keeps on going on about gel. You got to let it gel. Let them get to know each other. We had 8 players from last season on the pitch. Most of the team know each other. What fucking gel? Hair gel? I don't know what you're talking about. We had 8 players on the pitch that know each other. They've played with each other for a year. Stop talking about fucking gel. It ain't a brand new team. Honestly, it's fucking shit. It's shit. I don't understand. Unfortunately, right, I never wanted that manager. I had it in my mind he was going to be pragmatic. I knew he was going to be boring. I knew he was going to be defensive. But when I signed a Lopetegui petition, but then when he came in, I thought, I've got to get on board with it. Anything's better than Moyes. Anything's going to be better than Moyes. Anything's going to be better than Moyes. It ain't fucking better than Moyes. Not at the moment, it ain't. And I'm not seeing any hint that it's going to be. The guy looks fucking clueless. And because he ain't going to be better than Moyes, don't mean we shouldn't have got rid of Moyes. So get that out your thick fucking heads. Not 99% of the people in the chat, the couple of dickheads that are throwing the I told you so's at you. Nobody wanted this man. There's only one reason this bloke came in, because it's a Will Salthouse client and someone in the boardroom fancied a nice fucking holiday. That's all it is. That's the only reason we've gone and got Lopetegui in. So again, we've got the same thing. We've gone out there, we've bought all these ingredients, and we've got a wanker from McDonald's in the kitchen. Michelin star ingredients, McDonald's chef. That's what it fucking looks like. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. Nick, zigzag, I love you, but they're £1 billion team plus. £1 billion team plus that drew with Palace and only beat Bournemouth 1-0 Dodsey. And Bournemouth outplayed them as well. You know, they had a few chances. Well, no, they didn't outplay them, but they could easily have won. They could have nicked the game. They created more chances. They look more solid than us. Just because a team, they've got a new manager. A new manager, same as us. Where's his fucking hair gel? Oh, no, he ain't got none. He's bald. But the thing is, he don't need gel, does he? No. 5 games in, they're flying. He's galvanised the team. That's why they're a team now. He did what he had to do. All this fucker's doing is ostracising our best players, pissing them off. I mean, the changes that he made in the second half enabled him to put Kudus back out where he wants him, out on the left-hand side. Bring Souček back in and basically revert to what he's done in the last few games. He hasn't got to make 5 subs in every fucking game, is he? You ain't got to do it. You haven't got to make 5 subs every fucking game just for the sake of it. I'm absolutely fucking fuming. I am. That was pathetic. It was rubbish. Bringing Cresswell on as well, you know. The subs were shit. The subs were rubbish. Honestly, let's go through some of the comments anyway. But yeah, when that Scott Saunders comes back, whoever's a mod, please fuck him off. I don't ever want to talk to him again. Prick. Right. Brian P. Guilherme nowhere to be seen. Meanwhile, Somerville comes off for Antonio. Yeah, exactly. Guilherme, what the fuck? I mean, people saying, well, he ain't going to be... You're never going to know if he's going to be ready yet. Stop second guessing. You know fuck all about the player. Lopetegui don't know fuck all about this first team. He don't even know about our best player, Kudus, who ain't a fucking left winger. He keeps playing him out there. So it's all well and good us assuming that Guilherme ain't ready yet. How the fuck do you know? We ain't seen him. You should have a pen. That was a corrupt decision. Absolute nonsense. Oh, yeah, I know, but so what? We'd have still got fucking... But all we'd have done then is pissed them off. They was playing at half-mast. They was. They could have gone up 2 gears. That was a training game for them. Big whoop. We should have had a penalty. So fucking... Honestly, I don't care. Dick Turpin. Too many wet wipes. Not prepared to do the dirty work. Do you know what? What are they supposed to do? I don't... I'm frustrated with it all. I am. I just think we look shit. I think we're going to be in for a relegation fight this year. I do. I actually do. What are his tactics? High risk, no fucking reward. Play a high line, but don't press. That's clever, isn't it? Fucking hell. And never adapt. Never do anything. Let your right winger bomb on up the pitch. And when you get exposed 5 times down that side, don't adapt and say, hang on, Aaron, you better stay back, mate, because I think they've seen there's a fucking hole there. Oh, no, just keep doing it. Alvarez was dropping between the centre-backs but getting caught out, and then our centre-backs were too far apart. And, mate, it was so shit. It was so bad. It was so bad. Tadibo and Soler, yeah. I mean, people were talking about bringing the kids in, you know, like against Liverpool. Mate, I don't want the kids anywhere near this team. We'll finish their careers. There's seasoned professionals there that can't function in that fucking team. There's seasoned professionals that can't function in this team. What do you think Ollie Scholes and all these players... Mate, we're going to kill them. They'll come on, they'll look shit. We're going to need to... Well, you need to wait until there's a functioning team there. I mean, we're 5 games, with the cup games, 6 games into a season now. And what's he going to do now? Next game, he's going to revert back. We'll end up with Antonio and Souček back in that fucking team because this didn't work. It's going to be a constant back and fucking forth. Don't burst a blood vessel. Too late. William Westhrop. I feel Loppy, another 4 to 5 games and no change in results. I will change manager. Mate, I think that's going to happen. If you look at our results that we've got coming up, the pressure that he's got on him in the Brentford and Ipswich games, massive fucking pressure in those two games. He has got to get something out of them two because, let me just pull it up a minute. Hang on, 1 minute. Because in that one, it's not working. But I think what we've got is we've got the Liverpool game, we've got Brentford, we've got Ipswich, we've got Nottingham Forest, we've got Man United, we've got Spurs. In those games, the way we're playing, there ain't many wins there, is there? There ain't. Ipswich, do you fancy Brentford away playing like that? I fucking don't. I don't fancy Brentford away playing the way we're playing. That counter-attack team with our high line. Could you imagine what Brentford are going to do to us? They'll sit back and let us have the ball, let fucking Kilman and Dinos get on the halfway line, bang, boom, gone. It is so fucking strange what's happening. So we've got Trini Hammer saying, no matter who came in, some so-called fans would want him sacked if we lost the game. It's unrealistic. Yeah, but mate, I'm not one of them fans. I never wanted this guy from the start. His style of football was what mattered most to me. I knew this guy weren't going to be that way. And do you know what? Just give us something to fucking hold on to. There's nothing there. Are you telling me if Amorim had have come in, we'd have felt like that? Because we wouldn't have, would we? If we had a young, dynamic, exciting manager that came in that was playing attacking football, the fans would not be on his back. No, they fucking wouldn't. But we haven't got that, have we? No, we haven't. We've got a fucking cart-all striker. We've got a cart-all central attacking midfielder in Souček. And we've got a cart-all on the fucking sidelines. What's this? Moyes is still employed. Don't say Lopetegui. I haven't said Lopetegui. I don't want Moyes. Honestly, I'm telling you now, I would rather get relegated with Lopetegui than have David Moyes back. I'd rather go down with Lopetegui than have David Moyes anywhere near this fucking team again. So no, David Moyes, I don't give a shit. If he ever came back, I'd be done with it. Absolutely fucking done with it. Sorry, mate. I'm just going through some of these comments. Yeah. Oh, look. I've just fucking had enough of this now. It's actually getting difficult. It's getting difficult to fucking doing the watch along. I'm sitting there and I'm slowly losing the will to live. Watching it, you're just like, fucking hell. Imagine if you were in that stadium. It was tipping out on 70 minutes. In the last 10 minutes, there weren't that many people left. Just the ones that wanted to boo. By the sound of it. I don't blame them for booing either. They deserve fucking booing. RB says, no surprise we got opened up playing a high line with no press and shit slow CDMs. I know. And central midfielders, especially against Jackson. Mav is fucking awful. Alvarez is overrated. No, he is not. And Guido isn't good enough for the Premier League. No. Alvarez was getting overrun. We haven't got a balanced midfield. Alvarez is a superb central defensive midfielder. If you got your midfield balance right, we had another passenger in there today. I know people love Guido, and I haven't got anything against him. I think he's a good, solid player. He's just come in, but mate, he's a passenger. Guido's a passenger. He is. You know, Spurs are losing. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. Cheers, Mickey. Blood pressure's gone down a bit now. Ultra 505. This is all Sullivan's fault. He only targets managers who are out of work and plays boring football. If Lopetegui does leave, then you won't see an upgrade. This is the worry. After this, after Moyes, and then bringing Lopetegui in when. You know, bringing Lopetegui in, what the fuck are they going to do midway through a season when we've got... Because the only way he'll go is if we're in a relegation battle. That's the only way Lopetegui's going to go now, is if we're in a relegation battle. What type of manager do you think we're going to go out and get then? Young and expensive? Are we fuck? We're going to go out and get a shithouse manager that will probably save us from relegation and he'll earn a 3-year contract off the back of it. And we'll be locked in another Moyes type fucking situation, probably with Sean Dyche after he gets sacked from fucking Everton, because Brady likes Sean Dyche. Fucking fuming. So Brian P says, Chelsea look good in the break, but they ain't good but they are not good at the back. Did you see the way they was knocking the ball about? You know, they were vulnerable as fuck. If we were pressing as a team in the front third, a team that likes to build out and play out from the back and then play through the middle, if you nullify that in the first phase, you kill it. Or you at least hinder them from doing that. But we didn't. And the way that they were passing through was quite lazy. It weren't like it was loads of short, sharp passing. They was able to fucking just roll the ball to each other. The second goal's a perfect example. Some of the slowest triangles you're ever going to fucking see. But yeah, I don't know. Right, Terry Burr says, my boy was at Brentford and pro contract at Norwich, 6'3" centre half. I've watched many defenders train and play. That was a shocking positional play and a total lack of game management. Yeah. Jake, Brighton's manager came in and implemented a style of football straight away. Why is it taking Lopetegui pre-season and fine games to still not have a clue? That's the worry. He still ain't got a clue. A manager, when he comes into a club, should have a fucking clue. Especially a manager that said he studied us for 6 fucking months. He should have a clue and we should be seeing something by now. I think he's making it up as he goes along. I'm telling you, wherever Lopetegui goes, he takes a team, an entourage of 10 people with him. He's got the tactician there, he's got this, that, the other. I think he's the talker. I think Lopetegui's the front man. I think the brains is someone behind who he talks to at half-time about what players he should bring on. Fucking ridiculous. Thomas McKeever ruled it offside. Yes, they did, Trudge. What is our identity? Shit. That's our identity, Gary. Shit. There you go. Green Badge says, this is fucking painful. It absolutely is, mate. Too many changes within the game. Every game as well. Now, we moaned about Moyes not making changes, but this guy, it just feels like he feels like he has to use his full quota, even when we're 3-0 down and you're taking off better players for worse players. No. You would only ever do that if you was 3-0 up and you wanted to give people a run out. We was 3-0 down, he's taking off our best players. I thought Kudus was going to come off. The substitutions was fucking ridiculous. You know, I don't know what's going to be more frustrating with Lopetegui, if he's going to insist on changing the whole game at half-time, you know, or in the second half. Terry Stanford, that was shocking watching that. I agree. He was crap with that setup. That's a mess, and that was embarrassing watching that. Moaned like fuck all the way through the first half. They walked through us. Absolutely strolled through us, mate. Strolled through us with ease. Right, we've got loads of questions there, people. I'm just going to try and get down the bottom. We've got Manda. How you doing? Liverpool are going to tear us apart. Well, this is a game. This is a game for me. If I was Lopetegui after what's just happened and the way the fan base are feeling, when we go away to Liverpool, we're playing Liverpool's B team. What he's got to do is put his fucking first team out against them and try and go and get a win at Anfield. That would level things down. That's what I'd do. If I was in Lopetegui's shoes at the moment, I'd be thinking, I've got to get a fucking win here. What am I going to do? Liverpool will play their B team. They will. That's an opportunity. We've got to go and try and take it. There's no other fucking way we're getting into Europe this year. That Carabao Cup's the only way we're getting in, even if it is the Conference League. I don't care. It's the only way we're getting into Europe. We're no way finishing in the top half. We're shit. We are. We might be less shit as the season goes on, but at the moment, we're shit. Taxi for Loppy. Mark Collins, I'm ashamed to call myself a West Ham fan after that. Never at the races. Completely with you, Nick. Fucking awful. Mate, it was awful. It was awful. It was disgraceful. And none of us want to be proved right on this channel. We was all anti-Moyes. None of us want Lopetegui to foul. The fucking last people that want Lopetegui to foul, right? But when you get people like that dickhead on at the start saying, that's a Moyes fan. That is a type of person that's wishing that Lopetegui fouls, just so he can get his little fucking Moyes back and suckle on the teat of Moyes again. That's all that is, the fucking weirdos. They want Lopetegui to foul so that they can be proved right about Moyes. You will never be proved right about Moyes. Moyes is shit. He is. Right. Mark Holmes, Alvarez last man. What the fuck was that? Who does set up like this? You'd think all the players turn up on a day and make it up as they go along. Mate, it's exactly how it felt. There was no pattern to anything. It was rubbish. It was so shit. So shit. What's that? Yeah, Nightmander. What did Amanda say? No, it was a Liverpool one. Gary Brock. What the hell have we been doing in training? I don't know, mate. Fucking playing backgammon or something. Mog, West Ham United, I love you too. Jake, it's like being at school and can't understand a teacher. These players look confused what the manager is doing. That bloke looks confused as fuck, especially in the second half. He was angry in the first half. In the second half, when that third goal went in, mate, he did just look like a fucking thumb standing there on the sideline, didn't he? But it was horrible watching that. It was just, I'm so glad. I think Chelsea done us a turn. Chelsea could have that could have been a cricket score. If they'd have wanted to, they could have really, really fucking hurt us there. In terms of the scoreline, I think they just got the game won, done a professional job and just took it easy. Loppy is a Spanish Moyes. Look, he's well, I say he's pragmatic, but defensively we're shit. We're so shit. Every team we've played against so far this season should have had loads of goals. Just because they haven't, down to poor finishing. Chelsea, they can finish their chances. Nick, the freezer is gone by Christmas, in my opinion. I think you mean the geezer. Trodge. Bowen better on the right, or at least he offers something defensively. Yeah, but I like Kudus out on the right. But that said, you've got to get the best out of Bowen as well as Kudus, because they're both important players. Bowen's not a 10, so play Bowen on the right, maybe drop Kudus into the 10. I think that works. Putting Kudus out on the left. Fuck. It's just ridiculous. Papa says, I'm struggling to find a positive in that. Love seeing Somerville, and he showed what we've been missing. He did look good at times, didn't he? He did look good at times when he got on the ball. You know, a couple of good moves from him. Bright player. JKL says, what was Mav doing for the first goal? Jogged back, saw the danger, but didn't come across pathetic defending. Nick, how many points did you think you have now? Mate, I don't even give a fuck about points. Dodsey, I just want to enjoy watching my team play football, mate. Is that too much to ask? I don't give a fuck if we lose. I don't care if we lost that game. I just want to see us play well and have a go and play forwards. That's what I want to see us doing. Is that too much to ask? To enjoy watching a game of football again. As a starting point, I don't give a fuck about points at this stage in the season. It means nothing. We don't deserve the points that we've got. Ryan Pope, can't hit a barn door with floppy system. Oh, no. I know. Midfield was awful. Decision-making terrible. All right, so Costa Hammer says, I fully blame J-Lo for this. If you play Mavropanos, who continually makes mistakes, is continually well out of position and jogs back, only then to keep picking him up after these displays. Mate, jogging back. The second goal, when Wan-Bissaka was gone, and you had Jackson, who had a head start on Alvarez, who's slower than Jackson, so he was never going to catch him, and you had Mavropanos, who has got pace, just jogging back in parallel with him. What the fuck was he thinking? Honestly. Trevor Davey. People wanted Amorim as a manager with no Premier League experience. If he started like... Oh, mate. No Premier League experience. What does that even fucking mean? Has the Brighton manager got Premier League experience? Has a Chelsea manager got Premier League experience? Has he? What is this Premier League experience bollocks? What does that even prove? What does it prove? I'll tell you who's got Premier League experience. Duran. He had a better goals to games ratio than Ollie Watkins last year. We could have gone and got him in. But instead, we went to spend a load of money on a player who had no Premier League experience. None. Füllkrug's never played in the Premier League before. So by your logic, we should never have signed Füllkrug because no Premier League experience. Or is it just selective, that fucking excuse? Desert Cyclist. We're playing a higher up the pitch than we did with Moyes, but leaving the back door wider open. What fucking wide open. Wide open. I mean, the gaps are unbelievable. They're putting so much reliance on Dinos' pace. This is the thing. I think Dinos did some good things today. He did. He was shit, but he did some good things. He managed to get back and get a leg in and get a block in on quite a few crosses using his recovery pace. We was getting exposed left, right and centre. I don't know what he was doing. What does he watch? I watch kids football. If I was to see a fullback, if I was to see the opposition continually battering my fullback all the time, I think I might do something about it. He don't do fuck all. You would, wouldn't you? If you saw one-way traffic going and this kid getting torn sideways and backwards, he couldn't cope with the player he was up against, you'd pick another player and you go, fuck, go over there, sort that out. You know, he can't handle it. You would do. He don't address anything. The only thing he did at 35 minutes was bring on his baby. What for? I don't know. And that ain't because I've got a problem with Souček. I don't think he did anything wrong. He didn't do any less than fucking Guido, that's for sure. He didn't. Another Nick I'm just going to assume that you talk sense. Can I add my disgust with the tactics? Schoolboy, simple stuff, can't do the basics. So that's what I thought. That's what I thought. You didn't disappoint, Nick. David Downs, Ferraris against Skodas. Yeah, mate. Yeah, but we ain't a Skoda, mate, are we? We've got Ferraris in the team, but we've got an old lady driving the fucking Ferrari. That's the trouble, aren't we? That's what we've got. Somebody else used that, but we have literally got an old biddy, you know, driving a souped-up Ferrari. That's what we've got. Brian P. Our defenders look really slow. Need pace with a high line. I don't think the defenders, they're not slow. Kilman and Mavropanos are two of the fastest centre-backs you're going to get. But they're left fucking exposed. They might not be as fast as the fastest centre-forwards. That's why it's stupid to constantly put them in a foot race with them. Do you know what I mean? There ain't that many faster defenders than them. We are no longer organised. Absolutely, Trudge. We're not. Not at all. Revelator Alf. I can see this getting worse before it will get any better. The only way this gets better, mate, and you know that, I don't think it's going to get any better. I don't. This is. I don't think it's going to. I'm trying to keep the faith with this. I'm trying to, but give me something. Give us something. That was awful. Like I said, that scoreline flattered us massively. Apparently, that's the first time, according to the idiot commentators, that we've lost 3 games on the spin at home at the start of a season in our history, according to the blokes on commentary. Is that true? The first time ever? That's a nice record to have in your back pocket, isn't it? Hopefully Todibo will get a sniff now. Yeah, I mean, the only thing is with Todibo, I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. From what I've seen of him, myself, he hasn't looked great. He's looked casual. He's looked unfit. He's looked fucking slow, not slow of thought, I would say. Not slow in body. Slow in body as well. He's been late into challenges and stuff. And if you watch any of the behind-the-scenes footage of this last week, there's clips of Todibo just getting roasted and rinsed by everyone. It's not a good video to put up for Todibo. And let's have it straight, he must be looking pretty shit in training at the moment for Mavropanos to be holding his place. Because Mavropanos has been pony. Mavropony. Cheers, Happy. The problem is obvious. No legs in midfield. The problem is we can't, mate, there's problems everywhere. The way we're setting up with a high line, leaving gaps everywhere. Because that kind of, don't really matter what you do in midfield then. If what you're doing is you're playing with a high line and your fullback smiles up the pitch, as soon as Chelsea get on that ball, it don't matter what you've got in midfield because they've constantly got that dink over the top or through. That's all they've got to do. That's all they kept fucking doing. And Lopetegui just wouldn't address it. Also, I don't think that we've got the goalkeeper to do that as well because this ain't slagging Areola off, but don't you need one of them sweeper keeper players, the sweeper keepers, the ones that fucking come outside their box by about 20 yards and just sit there behind the fucking defenders? Don't you need like a proper sweeper keeper to do that? I'm sure you do. A keeper that's really, really out of their box. Fucking Lopetegui's out of his box. How does Mavropanos start? Well, all I can say is that doesn't speak volumes for Todibo. We can't write him off yet. I would play him because I failed to see how he could be any worse than Mavropony. I don't see how he could be any worse than him at the moment because he is pony at the minute. I don't think he is shit for the record. I just think he makes bad decisions sometimes. I like Mavropanos. I don't think he's a top quality defender though. But Todibo could not do any worse than him at the moment. So why wouldn't you just get him in? It isn't an obligation to buy that we've got with him. We've got to pay 40 million for him. So we need to get him in and get him up to speed and quick. He's not going to get up to speed playing for them, is he? Right. The comments are coming through thick and fast. I'm not going to be able to get through them all. Listen, I hope you enjoyed that. 30 minutes is enough to talk about that shit game. Yeah. We're shit. I've decided. I haven't quite designed the Lopetegui out mugs yet. It's not going to be long at this rate. It's not going to be long. You know. He ain't doing himself any favours. I don't know what he's been doing since he's been in. It's like he's just picked up the team and started using them. He's spent months with them now. Months. It's like they don't know what he wants from them. Anyway, listen, drop a like on the video before you go. Sorry for all the swearing and everything else. Apart from the prick at the start, I don't feel sorry for him. Make sure he's blocked, or I'll do it myself anyway. I don't ever want to talk to you again. You're a dickhead. Speak to you all soon. Yeah, come on, you irons.